that if a woman is married, she must, underline, M-U-S-T, she must change her name, especially if she's traveling abroad, so that the embassy will know that she's truly married. Have you heard that before? Hello, how are you doing today? Welcome to this session, and in this particular video I'm going to be talking to you about different change of name problems, change of name myths, change of name challenges that people are facing, and I'm going to give you my 3-step framework for solving the problem. All right, then I'm going to go ahead to demystify one popular change of name myth that you should be aware of, and we close it up. I hope you stayed from beginning to the end of this video, because you're going to learn something that will help you, help the people around you, or even your friends. And if you enjoyed this video, at the end, do well to share the link of this video with a friend of yours, so that they too can learn or see where you're learning from, huh? Don't be greedy. Freely I shall give to you, and freely you shall share with others. Before we go ahead, my name is Dr. Linda Iheme. I'm sure you already know that. And I'm an educational consultant with Vantage Migration. Myself and my team, we train graduates who are relocating abroad. We train professionals who are relocating abroad on how to go about the process, okay? How to go about the process, how to get admission, scholarship, study loan, and every other thing they need in order to successfully relocate abroad. All right? So, having said that, we do this community service where we answer people's questions, and that's exactly what I'm doing now. Woo! Yes, let's get into it. So, who is going to benefit from this video? The person that will benefit from this video is a woman who just got married and doesn't know, maybe you've had a change of name issue or the challenge. You've even talked about it before with your spouse, with your friends, but you don't exactly know what to do. So that's one of the persons that is going to benefit from this video. Another person that will benefit from this video is people who have documents that mistake have been made in their name. Like, I've had people who told me that, oh, on my certificate they missed an N in my name, they missed an S in my name, stuff like that. So if you have had mistake made in any of your documents, you benefit from this video. Even some people will tell me, especially let's say somebody from Africa, for example, can say, during my WAEC they put so my WAEC certificate has a different name. Sometimes not so different, right? Has a different name from this one, or the name my BNI is the name my grandmother gave me, but my father gave me a different name on my birth certificate. All these things are challenges that people face, or anybody facing this challenge will benefit from this video. Now, the next set of persons that will benefit from this video is people whose one or two names have been eliminated from their document. Let me give you an example. Imagine your name is Linda Iheme, Johnson Bright. Okay, Linda Iheme Johnson Bright. Now that's 4 names. Some people have 4 names. They may have this name on their birth certificate, but day to day, when they go about their business, when they want to register for something, many systems may not allow them to impute these 4 names. They may just ask them, put 3, put 2, and this may even happen to them when they are registering for their university education. Suddenly, Linda Iheme Jones Bright, that's the name on my birth certificate. I'm just giving an example. But my university certificate is bearing Linda Iheme. You see, there's going to be a problem, because your birth certificate says you're a different person. Your university certificate says you're a different person. All right. So people that have 1 or 2 of their names eliminated from an important document, they also face this. Now, let's assume if you are watching, you are either somebody who is going to benefit from this video, or you just want to learn so that you can help people in case that comes up. That's very awesome. You've made the right decision. So let's get into it. Irrespective of what problem you have with change of name, okay? Irrespective of what the problem is, it's like, irrespective of what the problem is, the solution is similar. The framework for solving that problem is very similar, and I'm going to share it with you. It's a three-step. So I'm going to share it with you, okay? The solution is similar. I know that sometimes when I make a video like this, you see people say, well, it was not my first name that was eliminated. It was my middle name. And they think that just because I gave an example with first name and theirs is a middle name, is a different case. No, it's the same. You will solve it the same way. And some people say, well, it's not that it was my middle name that was eliminated. They put a wrong middle name for me. You are going to solve it with the same principle, okay? And somebody say, well, they just removed the S. My name is Williams, but they wrote William. It is the same framework. So just listen to the framework and apply it to your own case, and that is done and dusted. Now, the step one. So there are a three-step framework, okay? So you are one of these persons that have a change of name problem. Listen to me carefully. In 3 steps, you solve that problem. Step 1, you have to make sure that the names on your documents, the different documents you are going to be using, they are the same thing. I'm sure you'll be like, but the person already have change of name problem. And the person already have different. Listen. The rule is that it has to be the same. You can't bring WAEC certificate that says Linda Iheme and your university certificate said Lynn Iheme, right? But somebody may have shortened Linda to Lynn, but they're not, those documents officially, they're not the same person. Okay? So the ground rule, step 1, you have to make sure that all the names in your documents are the same. For example, you may think this is not important, but it may be important for somebody, right? Because maybe somebody wants to go and get their international passport right now. The name on, I will see, like I've seen people that will tell me, on my certificate, I have this name. On my birth certificate, I have this name. On my university diploma certificate, I have this name. When I went to go and do international passport, I just used my husband's name because I was married then. Do you understand my point? So they just use a different name. So listen, officially the names on all your documents should be the same. But this is not the case for some people, right? So that brings me to number 2. Number 1 will apply to you if you are just about to make the mistake. Number 2, let's assume that either by mistake, like the example I gave in number 1, right? Either by mistake you went to go and use a different name, or by choice, like you thought it through, you want to start answering a different name. Some people even decide to answer a different name, not because of marriage or anything, they just want to change their name, you know? Some people, maybe because they got married or something. For whatever reason it is that you are changing your name, it's not a problem. But you must change your name officially. It is not the change of name that happened inside your heart. Your name is Oluwatoyin, but you think Oluwafeyi is better. Then you start writing Oluwafeyi in your documents. It's not going to work. You must change your name officially. That's the step 2. Whether you have already changed the name before now, but you don't have the official documents to back it up, what do? You go and get those official documents. Or you're about to change your name, then make sure you get the official document. So the step 2 is that if the name, for one reason or the other, by choice, by intention, or without you knowing, by mistake, the names on your documents are not the same, you must have an official change of name document or an affidavit to back it up, right? So my name is Linda Iheme, but I want to start bearing Linda Amos. The government does not have problem with that. But you must officially do a change of name in court or something, get an affidavit to say Linda Iheme is now called Linda Thomas. I think if it's a place like Nigeria, they will do newspaper publication. I don't know what is obtainable in other countries. They will do newspaper publication. So you are going to have an affidavit and a newspaper publication most times, right? But let's just say you have an affidavit with, that's fine, because that's the legal document there. So you have to do change of name. You have to do it officially. It shouldn't happen only in your head. You are Linda Iheme and you want to be a Linda Amos. Nobody is beating you up. Do official change of name. You must have an official document showing that you were that Linda Iheme of before and Linda Amos of now are the same person. In fact, one thing to keep in mind, don't go and change your name and you still keep using the old name. Because when you change your name has changed. You can't go and start using the old name now to do a document again. You have messed everything up. Anyways, what I want you to know is that, number one, your name on all your documents must be the same. If it is not, number two, you must have an official change of name document. Okay? Number three, what do you think number three will be? I told you it's a 3-step framework. Number three, you must include that official change of name document in anywhere, in any place you are submitting an application where you are going to be using the old certificate. So let's say my name is Linda Iheme. I changed it to Linda Amos. Okay. Now I want to do study abroad application for my master's. On my BSc certificate, I have Linda Iheme. But in the school portal, I have Linda Amos because that's my new name. However, I'm supposed to have an affidavit showing that I've changed my name. Now, when I submit my document, maybe when they say submit your CV, submit all those things, all of them will have your new name. All your documents must have your current name. What do I mean by that? If my name was Linda Iheme yesterday and I've changed it to Linda Amos today, what is my current name? My current name is not Linda Iheme. My current name is Linda Amos. So anything that happens after you do that change of name must carry your current name, must carry the new name. If you like, change it again. If you change it, by the time you've changed it, you are no longer Linda Amos. Let's say you change it to Linda Ifeanyi, okay? By the time you change it to Linda Ifeanyi, if you are doing an application, your name, your application should not read Linda Amos or Linda Iheme. It should read Linda Ifeanyi because that's your current name. So anytime you are doing something, you have to use your current name. But you must include the document that shows that your name was something else before and it changed to this. Especially if you are going to be using a document from the past. Don't just assume that you will carry a BSc certificate, Linda Iheme, school application and CV, Linda Amos. You put them together and just send to the school. Even you, if somebody do something like that, won't you be confused? Won't you be confused? You'll be confused now. You'll be like, which one Linda Amos, Linda Iheme? But in that confusion, you see a change of name document. Say, oh, they are the same person. She was Linda Iheme before. She's Linda Amos now. You see? So, that's the 3-step framework with which you use to solve change of name problem. Step 1, know that all the names in your documents are supposed to be the same. And if they are not, you must have an official change of name document which shows that your name was this before, your name is something else now. All right? And number 3, you have to include that document in your application. What if, let's say, it was a mistake in your name? You don't necessarily have to go and do change of name document, but you can do an affidavit saying that there was an error in this document, but it still belongs to the same person. Right? Something like that. You can do an affidavit to that. You can ask the people. You can ask the people that gave you the initial document to correct it. Some people have told me they made a mistake in their WAEC. You don't have to now be doing change of name document. Instead, you can go back to WAEC office and they can correct the mistake. Okay? They can correct the mistake. So, if somebody gives you a document where there's error in your name, you can go back to them to correct it. If it is impossible to correct it, you can do an affidavit to back that up, that you are swearing by the court that this document actually belongs to you. You know, something like that. So, just know that there is always an official document that goes with it, which is the number 2, right? To get an official document, it can be a change of name document, it can affidavit, it can be anything. So once you get that document, include it in your application or whatever else you want to do, and you will solve it. So using this principle, you will see that even if your own is that your middle name is missing, you can do an affidavit for that. Your husband's name is now Amos, but your maiden name is Iheme. You can do if you want to start bearing Amos, you can do a change of name affidavit, and you attach it to your applications. So change of name is not a problem, but you must attach the official document. Do you understand? And you have to continue using the new name. Not that you do change of name and the next day you go back to using your old name. That's not how it works. Now, there is a popular myth. There's a popular myth. Let's break this down. There's a popular myth. When I mean myth, M-Y-T-H. There's a popular myth that if a woman is married, she must, underline, M-U-S-T. She must change her name, especially if she's traveling abroad, so that the embassy will know that she's truly married. Have you heard that before? If you can comment, if you can hear me and you can comment and you've heard something like that, please say hello, especially if you're watching me live. If you're watching it as a replay, chances are that you will not see where to make a comment. But if you're watching me if you're watching me live right now, you can actually tell me if you have heard something like that. That is not true. Okay? I'm going to explain to you. All the ladies, bring your ear closer to your phone. Bring your ear closer like this to your phone. Bring your ear closer. Let me explain to you. If you're a woman and you are married, you have the right to continue to bear the name that you were bearing before you got married. 1. You also have the right to change your name from what you were bearing before, which is called your maiden name, to your husband's name. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you have both rights. People should not make you feel like you have just one right. Like your right is to change your name. That's all. You can change your name if that is what you want. You can leave your name if that is what you want. Okay, Meg, thank you for sending an ear. So you can change your name. You can leave your name. This is not a video advocating for do not change your name. Neither is it a video advocating for change your name. What I'm telling you is that you have a right to make any of the choices. Nobody should tell you that because you are married now, you must change your name. Because so that embassy will know that you are truly married. Why? Why is that the case? Number one, the first thing that you need to know is that bearing the same name with somebody does not mean that you are related or that you are married. Think of it. Say you have a brother who has probably the same surname as you, right? You have cousins that have same name as you. Does that mean that you're married to your cousin just simply because both of you bear the same last name? No. You also have people that they're not even related to you, but they have the same last name like you. Does that mean that all the people, for example, your last name, Joy Oji, just joined. Let's assume that your last name is what? Oji. Does that mean you are related to Joy Oji right now? Simply because your last name is Oji? No. Alright? Some people bear Adebayo as last name. Does that mean that all the Adebayos are related or are married? No. No. So, what does that mean? This bearing the same last name does not equate to marriage. Does not equate to the fact that you are married to somebody. Bearing the same last name is not a way to prove that you are married to somebody. Okay? It's not a way to prove that you are married to somebody. Ebere, you are saying some lies here. Please, don't dissuade people. Back your statement up with an official document so that I understand what you are saying. Somebody is commenting on my live session. So, bearing the same last name does not mean that you are married. It's not a proof that you are married. You can bear the same last name with a stranger, with your cousin, with your mom, with your dad. Right? Number two, or the next point is that Not bearing the same last name does not mean that you are not married. So your husband's name is your husband's last name is Amos. Yours is Iheme as last name. Does not mean that both of you are not married because you don't bear the same last name. What is a proof of marriage? What is a proof that you are married to somebody? Who can answer? If you're watching me live, please type quickly, quickly, quickly. What is the proof that you are married to somebody? If you're watching me live, I need you to type right now. Type so that I can know if you're following this gist. If you're watching this as a replay, then just listen to I will read people's comments. What do you use to prove that you are married to someone? What is the proof that you are married to somebody? Comment, comment, comment. What is the proof that you are married to somebody? Is it by bearing the same last name? Is it by what? Like what do you use to prove that you're married to somebody? Good people of my good people. Look at them, they are commenting. So Ujumwa said marriage certificate. Chinoye said marriage certificate. Uchenna said marriage certificate. Charlton said marriage certificate. Deb certificate. Cherish said marriage certificate. Meg said marriage certificate. Henry said documentation. Henry be man, you see? Now his marriage certificate. Gechukwu even added, said court marriage certificate. Kudirat said marriage certificate. Chukwuka marriage certificate. Blessing certificate. Fisayo marriage certificate. You see? That is what you use to prove that you're married to somebody. Marriage certificate. It's not, thank you. It's not by changing your name. So you change your name if that is what you want. You want to change your name to your husband's last name. It's a worthy thing. After all, this is two shall become one, Abi. It's okay. Do it. Go and do the official change of name. But do not deceive yourself that just by answering your husband's name is what shows that you are married. That if you're not answering your husband's last name, embassy will not allow you travel. Myself, I bear different last name from my husband, who has his own last name. And we are both in Canada, and we already did that even before we came here. Embassy did not stop me from traveling because I'm not bearing the same last name with my husband. Do you get the point? So I'm not just telling you what I think. I'm telling you what has worked for others so that you know. Change your last name if you want to change your last name. It is okay. But if you want to keep your maiden name, it is also okay. Don't be forced or cajoled into changing your name simply because somebody is deceiving you that without you changing your name, embassy will not know you are married. Bearing the same last name with somebody does not mean you are married to the person. You can change especially for women, you can change your last name to that of a man that you are not married to. You don't know. You can. So it's not a sign that you are married. If you have the same last name, well, it almost gives it away. But what if you are traveling with your sibling? So it's a myth that women must change their name to avoid travel abroad issues. It's a myth, meaning it's something people say that it is not true. Okay, I hope that you know exactly the truth right now. So, if you're a woman, change your name if you want. Don't change your name if you want. But that will not affect your visa. However, if you change your name, you must change it officially. Okay? And your document must read the same thing. Let's say, another thing I want to tell you that people always worry about this is that irrespective of what your name is, your traveling document must have your current name. This is the last drop for this live session. Irrespective of what your name is, your traveling document must have your current name. What do I mean by that? So let's say you're a woman, you got married, you changed your name to Linda Amos, right? From Linda Iheme to Linda Amos. You have international passport, which you had before you married. Your international passport reads Linda Iheme. Don't attempt to travel with Linda Iheme, hoping that you will sort it out with a change of name document. Now, I must say to you, I've not tried it before to know what is actually going to happen. But however, people expect that the document you are using to travel, your passport, should bear your current name. So if you have a passport that is bearing your old name, do you understand? If you have a passport that is bearing your old name, you have to go to your immigration office, change your passport name to a new name. So what will happen is that you have the old passport, then you have the new passport. You put them together actually. You can submit them together if you need to go to embassy or anything. Submit both of them together. You can also submit the change of name document. But it's important for you to have your current name on your travel document to avoid problems, okay? And if you have an old passport after you've changed your name, what do? Make sure you change it back. Sorry, what I mean by that, make sure you have a passport that have your current name. I've also seen people that would tell me that, so there are two scenarios. Because sometimes it's not just about husband and wife. I've seen people that, let's say for example, you got married to a man, not really officially married though, like no wedding certificate. You got married to a man, then you get back, or you had a relationship with a man or a woman, as the case may be, because it could be the man, it could be the woman now. And you have a child, but there was not an official marriage, right? Okay. Now, that child can bear any name. That child can bear any name. All right? What matters is that the name on the child's birth certificate should be the name on their international passport. Okay? The name on their international passport. And if they are different, do a change of name document for them. Let's say you called her, for example, you called her the father's name before, as in terms of last name during the birth, but the father is not in the child's life, and you want the child to be bearing your name. You can do change of name for them, but do not think that because the child does not bear your own last name, you can't travel with them, that they will say it's not your child. Because, okay, let me ask you again. Because, one, what shows that you are somebody's mother or father? Is it because you bear the same name? Or what will actually show that somebody is your child? Or your answer, the same way you answered before. What will you use to show, even if you are watching this as a replay, and you can't type, write it somewhere, and I will say the answer, you will know whether you were correct or not. What will you use to show that this person is your child? Whether you are the man or you are the woman, what will you use to show that this person is your child? Is it by bearing the same surname? Tell me your answer. Because I've seen people that will be like, well, I want to travel with my daughter, but she doesn't have my last name. I want to go and change her name so that we can travel together. I'm like, those two things are two different things. If you want to change her name because you want to change her name, that's fine. But if you are changing her name because you think she's not bearing the same name with you, we affect your travel, that is not correct. Because it is not you bearing the same name that shows that you gave birth to somebody. Okay? Think of it. If you are bearing the same name with your nephew or with your niece, does that officially make you their mother or their father? No. What officially shows, just like many people are answering here, you know, Meg, thank you. Fiisaya, thank you. Charlton, same thing, thank you. Blessing, thank you. Nanama, thank you. All right? Adewumi, thank you. You know, what shows that you are somebody's parent is their birth certificate. In their birth certificate, they will put father's name and mother's name. So, your name should show on their birth certificate. So, let's assume that I gave birth to a child, and I called the child Toyin Amos. Okay? Just I'm using Amos like this. Okay. So, let's say I gave birth to a child, and I called the child Toyin Amos. Okay? But my name is Linda Iheme. How on their birth certificate it will say Toyin Amos, father's name, something Amos, mother's name, Linda Iheme. Do you understand my point? So your name will show on their birth certificate. Even if the name that showed on their birth certificate is your maiden name, remember you can do a change of name document, right? To show that that was your former name. that's what is on the birth certificate, is still valid. So, what shows that you are somebody's father or mother is the birth certificate. What shows you are married to somebody is the marriage certificate. Is not name. However, if you want to change name, that's a different ballgame. Treat it that way. Do a change of name document. Don't think that a child is bearing Iheme on birth certificate. You go and do international passport for them because you want them to bear your last name. They are not bearing Iheme on international passport. You've created a problem. How do you solve that problem? Who can tell me? How do you solve that problem that I talked about creating now? A child has Iheme on their birth certificate. But you, the overzealous mother, is usually the women. The overzealous mother, you want to do international passport for your child. You went to go and do Iheme because you want the child to start bearing your last name. There's no problem with that. But you've created a problem. How will you solve this problem? Number one, can you see the problem that was created? And how can this problem be solved? Please, please, please. Comment. You created a problem because the person on the birth certificate is different from the person on the international passport. So, how you solve this problem is what? To create a change of name for this your daughter or son. To do a change of name affidavit. You can backdate it too, so that it will come before the passport. So it's more like saying, hey, this Iheme is the same person as Iheme. Her name now is Iheme. Do you see? So change of name document is more like a bridge. It's a connector that connects the old name to the new name. Something must connect both to tell us that this person is also this person. So if you have already done that, just make sure that you get the right document. Even some people, what they now do, as somebody has said here, David, thank you. Some people, what they do is that they throw away the birth certificate, okay, and they do age declaration, and in the age declaration they put the current name of the person. That's also another option. That's another option. But I will keep the birth certificate. I'll do change of name document, and I've solved the problem. In essence, both that way and this way, you know what is happening. There's an official document saying something. That's what you really need. And of course, using the framework, what the third thing you have to do is to make sure you include that document when you are using the documents involved. You make sure you include the affidavit or court something. When you are applying for something and you are using the documents or the certificate that have a different name. Okay, so I have talked about change of name challenges and who will benefit from this video. I have also talked about the 3-step framework I use to solve any change of name problem that comes up. Then I went on, of course, I hope you remember the 3 framework. All your name must be the same. If they are not, get a document, get a court document or affidavit or something to serve as a bridge. Number 3, include that official document in any application you are doing and continue to use your current name. Current name is the name that you now answer. Then I went on to talk about popular myths. Number 1 popular myth is that some women think that they must bear the same name with their husband before they travel abroad, and we say that's not true. If you want, you change your name. If you don't want, you don't change your name. But this has nothing to do with your study abroad, whatever. The only problem comes in when your name is different, you are bearing a different name, and there's no connector, nothing to show us that this same person is the person of yesterday, right? Then we went on to also break another myth, which is what as it relates to a father and child, or a mother and child, parents versus children, where people think that they and their children must bear the same surname in order for them to travel successfully. And I said that is not true. What shows that you are somebody's parent is because your name should show on their birth certificate, right? And we went on to talk about the third one, which is what was the third myth I broke now? It was about the child, that I think I already, that's about the second one. Birth certificate showing that you are the parents of that child. And if you want to change a child's name, change it, but don't say they are too small. Make sure you give them change of name documents or use their name that they have on their birth certificate. That's totally fine. Okay? So, I'm sure there are other myths. I'm going to check. Please, if you have a question around this or there's something else that concerns you around this, can you drop a question for me sharp, so that I can take, 2, 3, 4 questions and answer them so that it can give you more information. Okay? Let's see if people have dropped questions. Please drop your question for me. Oh, somebody was saying, how does one sort out the case of difference in date of birth? You have to give me more information. Do you mean difference in date of birth in your birth certificate and your certificate, or in your master's degree certificate versus your BSc certificate? Because depending on what the mixture of documents are, we have to be able to, then we can advise you. Because sometimes the problem is not with the birth certificate. If the problem is with the birth certificate, you can change it by doing age declaration. Okay? There's something you can do, age declaration, to show your birthday that you need. That's fine. But imagine your BSc certificate shows a different dates of birth. Your master's certificate shows a different date of birth. What do? You can't solve that problem by going to go and change your birth certificate or using age declaration. One thing you can do is to reach out to the organization that did the problem, that caused the challenge, and ask them to correct their error. I already mentioned that. When a change of name or change of date of birth problem is coming from an organization, reach out to them to correct the error. If it is WAEC, reach out to WAEC office to correct the error. If it's your school, reach out to them. There is always a process for such a thing. Ask your question, please, so that I can use it to give you more information. Somebody said, what about different name on passport and different name on school certificate? Will it affect job applications? What do? You have a different name on your passport. You have a different name on your school certificate. So what you can do is, you want to continue with the name on your international passport. Do a change of name official document to bridge the gap, and then include the change of name documents to your applications. That's what I'm saying. That's how to solve the problem. Next question. Let's see question. I'm looking for questions. Somebody said, please, when you change your name after marriage, do your state of origin change too? Please, you have to confirm from the people changing name. You have to confirm, please. Somebody said, I want to do my passport and that of my daughter. We want to do family travel visa. But now, at the immigration office, I was asked to bring marriage certificate. But we are not legally married. He told me it's not going to be valid and we might have issues when we start the visa process. I want to know how true this is. If you're not legally married, what do? Go to court and get married. It takes less than $200 to get married in the court. You don't have to do any. Some people, when they think of wedding, they think of how many people they want to call. Go to court and do your wedding, your marriage certificate, and be able to get your marriage certificate if that is what you're looking for. But this question looks a little complicated. He said, I want to do passport for my daughter. Are you going with your husband who you have a child with, but you're not legally married? If you're not legally married, you can't really travel as husband and wife, because having a child with somebody is not what shows that you're married. What shows that you're married is your birth certificate, your marriage certificate. Walk into court office, and do a registry wedding, and then you have your marriage certificate, and you can move on with your life. Things are not as hard as we think. Number two, if let's say you and the man because the lady is the one asking. You and the man, you are not married, right? And you don't intend to get married. But you want to travel with your daughter. What? The father doesn't really have so much of a role there. This is your daughter, and if embassy need information from him, he can always send the letter in when that time comes. For you to do your certificate, your international passport for your daughter, they're going to ask you for your daughter's birth certificate. The birth certificate will say who is the father and who is the mother. That's what you need in order to do the passport. If your name is on your daughter's birth certificate, you are good to go. So when you like the question you ask makes everything. You say, I was asked to bring marriage certificate. Why will you ask to bring marriage certificate? Is it for your daughter to show that you are the parent? What about birth certificates? Do you use marriage certificate to show that you are the one that own a child? No. Because don't you think you can still be married to her father and not be her mother? Do you see? So it's birth certificate. Use the child's birth certificate to show that you are the mother. And once you're a parent there, you're able to do the stuff. So you yourself have to understand. You have to have the knowledge, which is why you're watching this video. You have to have the knowledge to be able to know what to do. If you don't have the knowledge, everybody will bamboozle you around. And somebody tell you might have issues. You don't even have issues, but you're already putting it in your head that there's going to be a problem. Before you know, you will not travel to where you're going to. Don't let people use your head as coconut, you know. Somebody said my SSCE and GCE are different names. What can be done? Nothing. You don't need to do anything. The question is, are you even using any of them right now? If you're a graduate and you're watching me right now, you don't need your WAEC or whatever for study abroad, by the way. What do you need them for? You don't have to go and correct both of them. Choose one and use. Maybe the one with your current name. So, your SSCE and GCE have different surname. What can you do about it? Nothing. Do nothing about it. Because you don't need it. It's like going to go and cut a tree in the forest. You don't want to live there. You don't want to pass there. You just want to go and cut the tree. Even you will ask the guy, what's happening? What's happening? Somebody said, can I pair with my sister's husband? What is this person talking about? I don't understand your question. Johnson, please make it clearer. Type a full sentence. Tell me what is going on so that I can give you a specific feedback. Somebody said, can I have your WhatsApp number? I don't use WhatsApp for business. Chat me inbox on Instagram, okay? Chat me inbox on Instagram at Dr. Linda Iheme. Chat me inbox on Instagram at Dr. Linda Iheme. Is a verified page. I don't use WhatsApp for business, okay? Next person says, let's see. Please, if you ask a question that doesn't have full sentences, I can't understand you, so I can't even answer you. If you want me to answer your question, you have to make it clear what you're asking, okay? Let's see questions that people are asking. Somebody said, can your title change, say from Miss to Mrs. and you still maintain your name as long as you have marriage certificate to back it up? Of course, 100%. Nobody's really looking at title. Title is not an official way to identify you. Whether you have doctor there, professor there, Miss there, Mrs. or nothing even. Nobody really cares. Okay? Because you can even be Mrs. today and tomorrow you are divorced, you are Miss. Do you get what I mean? So, nobody really cares about that. Let's see more questions. I'm looking for questions. Somebody said, please, can someone apply in a case where there is a mistake in the year of birth, in transcript and passport? Those things, are they different name or different date of birth, year of birth? Are they different? If it's just if the one on the passport and the one on the transcript are the same, you can actually change your birth certificate by doing age declaration. When you do age declaration, it will bring it to the same name. But if it's that the date of birth on your transcript is wrong, and it's also different from the date of birth in your passport, I will also think that there's something fishy about you. So I'm not giving you information of how to get away with fraud, okay? If you and what is the chance that your transcript has a different date, your passport has a different date, your birth certificate has a different date? What is going on? Maybe that's what I need to ask you first before I give you any advice. Someone said, can one get visa denial because international passport is not up to 6 months? Yes. Validity, yes, you can. Let's see, I'm looking at change of name documents, and if you have questions. Okay, so I think I've answered all the questions. All right, thank you so much. You know, I told you that my name is Dr. Linda Iheme, and I'm an educational consultant with Vantage Migration. Myself and my team, we train graduates who want to relocate abroad, professionals. We train them on how to get admission, scholarship, study loan, and every other thing they need in order to relocate abroad. So please make sure that if you want to learn more about how to get started, feel free to attend our free webinar at www.vantagemigration.ca. That's where you are going to get information on how to get started, what it entails, what we do, and all that. Just keep this in mind, okay? I saw that some questions also came in while I was talking. Somebody now says, does one need to attach change of name document when sending transcript and CV to potential supervisor, or one can attach them when making application? One of my name is omitted in my transcript and certificate. So send your, I did not, you see, you see what happens when you say something, people will start looking for loopholes. Will it work for me? Will it work for me? I did not tell you that when you're sending it to your boss that you don't need to send, but when you apply, you have to. I said, whenever you want to use the document that have the old name, attach your change of name. Whether you want to use it in court, you want to use it in school, you want to use it in the toilets, attach it. This one now is asking me, what if I'm sending to my supervisor? Attach it. What if I'm sending it to my husband? Attach it. What if I'm sending it to a ghost? Attach it. What if I'm sending it to US Embassy? Attach it. I know somebody will even come up with another. What if I'm sending it to my grandmother? Attach it. What does that mean? Anytime you are using the old document, attach your change of name. It's just something that shows somebody that those documents you are sending with a different name is actually owned by the same person. That's it. If you understand the basics, it's very easy for you to apply it. But if you don't understand it, you keep asking me, what if my boyfriend asks for it? Attach it. It's as simple as that. Okay? Somebody asked question that the question is not correct. Say, the name of my birth certificate and the name of my international passport are not the same. Just only one from the international passport is different from my international passport. I think the person meant to say one from. If they are not the same, what do you do? Don't tell me that what is missing is an S. What is missing is a comma somewhere. What do we say we should do? I already explained this, and amigos. Did you start watching this video from beginning? Do well to watch it from beginning. All right, so that you understand exactly what we've talked about. Anytime there is a difference in your name, all your documents have to have the same name. If they are not, get a change of name document. Attach the change of name document. Step 3. Attach it anytime you are making use of the certificate, diploma, whatever, transcript, whatever that has a different name. Attach your change of name. It's a connector. That's how it works. Whether it is your boyfriend or all the scenario you try to make out of it, it does not matter. Okay? Okay. All right, I think I've addressed the change of name documents related stuff that I have here. I hope this helps you. So if you know anyone having a change of name issue, change of name challenge problem or whatever, take this video, send them the link, all right, and ask them to watch it. Freely I'm giving to you, okay? So freely you shall share as well. So please share this video. If you're watching me on Facebook or any of the social media handles, you can share it so that other people on your own timeline can learn from it. I hope it helps, even if it helps at least one person, all right? I know that it has helped. Please, okay, if you're watching me live on this video, let me ask you a question. Did you learn anything from this video? Did you learn anything from the video? Comment, send some loves or something. Comment. Did you learn anything from this video? Did you learn anything from this video? Please, if you have any further question, feel free to chat us inbox. Specifically, you can chat us inbox on Instagram. At Dr. Linda Iheme is a verified page. You can chat us inbox, okay? You can chat us inbox on Instagram if you have questions. All right? At Dr. Linda Iheme. So that's how to send. Please, if you come inbox and you're asking me about change of name, anything, let me disappoint you before you do that. Let me disappoint you. Let me disappoint you. There is one of two ways. If you're a Vantage migration student, you have a different problem from the one I've explained, feel free, send me an email. I'll be very happy to give you detailed feedback. If you are not a Vantage migration student, don't send me your personal questions inbox. All right? Because we consult for Vantage migration students only. So, how do you become a Vantage migration student? Go to our, start by attending our free webinar, www.vantagemigration.ca. So, please, you can take a screenshot. So that you are not, because some people, I know people are going to rush inbox and start sending me questions. We do not consult for non-Vantage migration students. If you want us to consult for you, have to become a Vantage migration student first. That's how we work, okay? Because we have a lot, we can't keep it open for entire world. If not, we won't even be alive. So be a Vantage migration student who can consult for you all year round. All right? I told you before that we help graduates and professionals who are relocating abroad on everything they really need in order to successfully relocate. And that includes consultation for them too, because we really want you to succeed. So if somebody has a question or something, you know, they come to us, especially if they are Vantage immigration students, they come to us, we consult for them, we give them everything they need at no additional cost, you see? So it's a good thing, and you should be a Vantage immigration student for your own good, Well, having said that, I'm going to blow you some kisses till I see you again.